I'm Mamie MacDonald.
And I'm Mary Maud.
And I'm Sir Reginald Mousepractice.
No, she isn't. She's Christine Rogers.
Yes.
And we're your hostesses
for tonight.
And now,
The first item.
Good morning. Can you help me? Do you have a copy of 30 Days in the Samarkand Desert with a Spoon by A.E.J. Eliot?
Well, we haven't got it in stock, sir.
How about 101 Ways to Start a Monsoon?
By...
an Indian gentleman whose name eludes me for the moment.
Well, I don't know the book, sir.
Not to worry, not to worry. Can you help me with David Copperfield?
Ah, yes, Dickens.
No.
I beg your pardon?
No, Edmund Wells.
I think you'll find Charles Dickens wrote David Copperfield.
No, Charles Dickens wrote David Copperfield with 2 P's. This is David Copperfield with 1 P by Edmund Wells.
Oh, well, in that case, we don't have it.
Funny, you've got a lot of books here.
Yes, we do have quite a lot of books here. We don't have David Copperfield with 1 P by Edmund Wells. We only have David Copperfield with 2 P's by Charles Dickens.
Pity, it's more thorough than the Dickens.
More thorough?
Yes, I wonder if it's worth having a look through your David Copperfield.
I'm quite sure that all our David Copperfields have 2 P's.
Ah, probably, but the original by Edmund Wells also had 2 P's. It was after that they ran into copyright difficulties.
No, I'm quite sure that all our David Copperfields with 2 P's are by Charles Dickens.
How about Great Expectations?
Ah, yes, we have that.
That's G-R-A-T-E, Expectations. Also by Edmund Wells.
Well, in that case, we don't have it. We don't have anything by Edmund Wells, actually. He's not very popular.
Not Nicholas Nickleby? That's K-N-I-C-K-E-R, Nicholas.
No.
Or Christmas Carol with a Q?
No, definitely not.
Sorry to trouble you.
Not at all.
I wonder if you have a copy of Barnaby Budge.
No, as I say, we're right out of Edmund Wells.
No, not Edmund Wells, Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens?
Yes.
You mean Barnaby Rudge?
No, Barnaby Budge by Charles Dickens. That's Dickens with 2 K's, the well-known Dutch author.
No, we don't have Barnaby Budge by Charles Dickens with 2 K's, the well-known Dutch author, and perhaps to save time I should add right away that we don't have Carnaby Fudge by Giles Tickens or Stickwick Stapers by Miles Pickens with 4 M's and a silent Q. Why don't you try the chemist?
I have. They sent me here.
Did they?
I wonder if you have the amazing adventures of Captain Gladys Stoat pamphlet and her intrepid spaniel Stig among the giant pygmies of Corsica, Volume 2.
No, we don't have that one. Funny, we've got quite a lot of books here.
Yes, haven't you?
Well, I mustn't keep you standing around all day chatting then. No, we haven't. No. Well, we're closing for lunch now.
But I thought I saw it over there.
Where?
Over there.
What?
Olson's Standard Book of British Birds.
Olson's Standard Book of British Birds?
Yes.
O-L-S-E-N?
Yes.
B-I-R-D-S?
Yes.
Yes, well, we do have that one.
The expurgated version, of course.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
The expurgated version.
The expurgated version of Olson's Standard Book of British Birds?
Yes, the one without the gannet.
The one without the gannet? Well, they've all got the gannet. It's a standard British bird, the gannet. It's in all the books.
But I don't like them. Long, nasty beaks.
Well, you can't expect them to produce a special edition for gannet haters.
Well, I'm sorry, I especially want the one without the gannet.
All right. Anything else?
Well, I'm not too keen on Robin.
Right, Robins. No gannets, no Robins. There's your book.
I can't buy that. It's torn.
It's torn. So it is.
I wonder if you've got...
Go on, ask me another. We've got lots of books here. This is a bookshop, you know.
How about Biggles combs his hair?
No, we don't have that one. No, funny. Try me again.
Have you got Ethel the Aardvark goes quantity surveying?
No, we haven't. Which one?
Ethel the Aardvark goes quantity surveying.
Ethel the Aardvark? I've seen it. We've got it. We've got it somewhere. Ethel the Aardvark. Yeah. Ethel the Aardvark goes quantity surveying. There. Now, buy it.
I haven't got enough money on me.
I'll take a deposit.
I haven't got any money on me.
I'll take a cheque.
I haven't got a checkbook.
It's all right. I've got a bank one.
I don't have a bank account.
Right. I'll buy it for you. There we are. There's your change. That's for that taxi on the way home.
Wait.
What?
I can't read.
You can't read?
No.
Right. Sit. Ethel the Aardvark was trotting down the lane one lovely summer day. Trottity, trot, when she saw quantity surveyor.
I'm not comfortable.
So much for Ethel the Aardvark goes quantity surveying. That was fun, wasn't it?
Yes.
And now,
The next item.
Well, good morning from the National Sheepdog Trials at Tillerton. We've had a fascinating morning here watching these truly intelligent dogs perform complex tasks, guided only by the whistles of their masters. Now, I have with me Mr. Lee. Good morning, Mr. Lee.
Oh, you mean good morning?
Mr. Lee, I believe you've been a shepherd now for over 40 years.
Oh, no. No. I've been a shepherd now for over 35 years. 68 years I've been a shepherd now. Man and boy, not in that order, of course. I was a boy first, man later on.
Yeah, if you could have your time all over again, would you still be a shepherd?
Oh, no. No, I'd like to do something interesting. I'd like to be something interesting, like, like being a shepherd.
A what?
Like being a shepherd.
But you are a shepherd.
So I am. Lucky old me.
Well, in your life, you must have trained many sheepdogs.
Oh, yes.
How many?
Oh, well over 2.
Over 2? Well, 2. Well, how do you train the dogs?
Well, that's very simple. We use a little kindness and a lot of cruelty.
Well, you have to be cruel to the dogs.
Oh, yes, very cruel indeed. I'm surprised it's allowed.
Yes.
Really nasty.
Yes.
And shocking.
And
sadistic we are with them.
And the dogs drive the sheep.
The dogs drive the sheep into the pen. It's known as filling your pen. Ha ha! Shepherd's joke. Shepherd's joke, that. Shepherd's joke.
And how...
Very funny too.
Yes. How do they drive the sheep?
You are a nosy old turnip, aren't you? Well, I tell you, me old dear. The dogs bark at the sheep, then they crawls up to them on their bellies, then they nudges them with their noses, then they burrs their fangs in them.
Oh, and then the dogs herd the sheep into the pens.
Sometimes the sheep drive them into the pen, and then the dogs just sit there looking embarrassed, and everyone laughs at them, and I laugh at them too. I think it's very funny. My wife, she thinks it's funny.
Does she really?
She's got a great sense of humour, my
I'd like
wife.
to meet her sometime.
Ever since her accident.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Funny woman. Yes. How many sheepdogs have you?
Tis a secret. I'm not telling you. Tis a most holy secret that cannot and must not be divulged. 2.
Oh, you have 2 dogs.
You have 2 dogs? Yes. Where are they now? Well, one of them's over now. Where is he? Over there by that pile of dead sheep. Magnificent brute, treacherous to a fault. Just has this little weakness for mutton.
Do the dogs kill the sheep?
Only in fun. Still that's better than burying them in the ground and pulling their heads off. It's more humane.
Yes, well, perhaps you could get your dogs to give us a demonstration.
We don't need the dogs for that. You just bury the sheep in the ground.
No. Could you get the dogs to drive the sheep into the pen?
Well, I've only got old Butcher here at the moment. I don't know where Crippin's gone to. He must be off after the judges. He senses they're his natural enemies.
Well, could you just put Butcher through his paces then?
All right, well, I'll get him to drive that sheep into that pen over there. Right.
Surely Mr. Lee shouldn't be... Mr. Lee, what is he doing? Mr. Lee surely shouldn't be eating that sheep.
You shut your mouth!
Oh, goodness me, how awful. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Stop that, you thieving cur! I'll tear you apart with me bare hands! Look at that. Swear he understands every word I say.
What a horrid shepherd.
Where were you on the evening of the 14th of July?
Why?
Well, I waited up all night for you and you never came home.
Good morning.
Huh?
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. I suppose you read quite a lot then.
Oh, what?
I suppose you read quite a lot then.
Oh, yes, quite a lot.
How about The Wonderful World of the Ant?
The what?
The Wonderful World of the Ant. Have you read it?
No.
Oh!
Why, is it good?
Good!
Well, what's so good about it?
Did you know?
What?
Did you know that the average ant, Johnny Ant, has a brain 12 times the size of his own head? No. Human brain. 12 times bigger than the human brain, relatively speaking. Furthermore, he can carry a burden 3,000 times his own weight. Fantastic.
3,000 times his own weight?
Yeah, 3,000 times his own weight. Fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Fantastic.
That's fantastic.
Oh, wait a moment. 3 times his own weight. He can carry a burden 3 times his own weight. Fantastic.
3 times his own weight?
Yeah.
That's not fantastic.
Right, isn't it? Still, this means that 4 ants can carry a burden 12 times their own weight. Say, a vole, a small vole, several yards. Relatively speaking, further than you and I, for example, could carry a cow. 50,000 of them, say, could carry a cow, further than you and I could carry Paddington Station. How about that?
Go away.
Another thing. Ah! Do you know what that is?
No, and I don't care.
I'll tell you what it is then.
No.
Have a guess then.
No.
All right, I'll do it again.
No,
Ah! Now have a guess.
I don't know.
That is the mating call of a worker ant. Actually, it goes... ah, but magnified 1,000 times. Ah! Whereas the queen ant, which is 100 times larger, goes...
No, people are looking. No.
Ah! How about that?
Please leave me alone.
What's this then? What's this then?
I don't know.
What's this then?
I don't know.
Go on, do it. Do it.
Now I feel silly.
Go on, do it. Look, it's easy. It's easy.
Please don't make me.
All right, guess what it is then?
An ant.
Good, it's an ant. What's he doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's signalling.
What?
He's signalling. Easy, he's signalling. He's saying, give us an ant with this small bowl.
He's what?
He's saying, give us an ant with this small bowl.
Wait a minute.
What?
How do you know he's saying, give us a hand with this small bowl? I mean, he's so specific.
Yeah, come on, mate. He's give us an ant with this small bowl.
How do you know he's saying, give us a hand with this small bowl?
Well, I don't know. There might be anything.
You what?
There might be anything.
You what?
Well, I'm not a bloody ant, am I? How should I know what a bloody ant says? Who cares what a bloody ant says?
Well, you brought it up in the first place.
Shut up, Arlington! That is the death cry of a worker ant. Now, you do it.
No.
Yes, go on, do it. Rotten! What a rotten death cry of a worker ant. Rotten! That's how it is. Whereas a queen ant, which is 1,000 times larger, goes... You do it. That's quite good. Well done.
Jimmy Swindon went to Swindon in a railway train. He went in a hurry into a pork carrot and never went over his name.
Anyway, the goat recovered, but the bishop... Oh.
Jolly good. Now you're probably all wondering who I am.
No.
Well, I'm Mr. Brightwell, and I bought this farm with lots of money. You do know money, do you? You do, yeah. Well, I've bought this farm, and it seems that you three come with it. It's all down here somewhere. 300 chickens, pigs, 4 outhouses. Reuben, Dan, and Willem, that must be you. Well, from now onwards, I'm going to be in charge here, so if you have any little problems, do bring them along to me.
Thurbus here, I'll take him boy down your 4-acre Stensbury Way in a maidle.
Our maidle, piglet, besses, litter, Adam, crowd, or trotter, messel.
I'm awfully sorry, I didn't quite catch all that.
Reuben of Woodham is just saying as how one of the piglets down the 4-acre done her trotter, sir.
Oh, poor little thing. Will she have to be destroyed? I mean, she won't be much good for racing now, will she?
In being a racial grundle spurred it, you buddle spurred it.
And let me faddle right up the burn of
What was that? They're saying as how you don't race pigs, sir.
Oh, don't you? Oh, how awfully silly. I'm afraid I'm a bit ignorant in these matters.
Ignore him and Barn Trudle more stooping down a pot McClute.
Reuben says as how he quite understands, sir, and you can rely on us.
Oh, splendid. Would you tell him I'm very grateful?
Mars is saying he's Trudle Granel.
Him Granel, him 2 cattle stinkle downs him, derm Granel.
What did he do that for?
It is a sign of friendship, this part of the country.
Reuben. Oh, you squeevies burner on to his past, he's a snavely city gurney.
Sweevely, Reuben, Sweevely, in Barn and Worthrup.
He didn't seem to like that awfully.
He'll be all right, sir. 'Tis just not used to strangers, sir. Now, would you like to give us our orders, sir?
Orders. Yes, orders. Well, I've written 1 or 2 little things down here I want you to do. I want you to mow the corn and shear the piglets.
How was that, sir?
Well, that sort of thing, anyway. No? Well, what should we be doing on the farm this month? It is March, and that's got an R in it. I don't know if that's any sort of guide. No, it isn't, no. Well, shouldn't you be spreading that stuff? Muck.
Oh, no, sir, oh, no. We spread the potassium triphosphoxynitroacetate, sir.
I'm Boodle Sperm Doodle Fleet. He's Adam Arbel's dentures, mate.
Good God, what was that?
It is an old country saying, sir. When the soil's manganese-beryllium ratio ain't too great, spread the potassium triphosphoxynitroacetate.
I'm Boundle Merton, sir, and Grottle the Bats, Boundle Merton,
I'm
sir.
sorry, I'm very good at that. Yes.
Now, about the livestock, sir. You're going to milk the turnips and stack the chickens and plant the sheep, sir.
Oh, splendid. Well, you know where to find me if you need me.
Get wordled, you greeb old tarbert.
Tarbert?
It is a term of affection, sir.
Oh, that is nice. I've only been here one day and you're already calling me an old tarbert. I'm very, very flattered.
Yeah, so well, we best be going now, sir. If you want us, sir, we'll be down mucking out the pigsty. But if you come down there, you best wear your Wellington boots.
Wellington boots,
Ah, 'tis up to your ankles in tarbert.
Adder's fork and blindworm sting, lizard's leg and howlet's wing, eye of Newton, toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
And to follow?
How spooky! And now for something completely different.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Top of the Form. And this evening we're at the semi-final stage, and tonight's contest is between the boys of the King Arthur's Grammar School, Podbury, and the girls of the St. Maria Kangaroo Boot, the Second County High School and a half. And so, without further ado, let's go straight on with round two. David, what is the name we give to the meat we get from pigs?
Pork.
Good, good. Oh, that's 2 marks to you. Marcia, what is the name of the metal alloy we get from zinc and copper?
Brass?
No, I'm afraid not. The answer's pork. Malcolm, what is the capital of Australia?
Sydney.
No, well, I can see you're not going to get this one. The capital of Australia is pork. Sign on. Who wrote The Tale of Two Cities?
Pork.
Good, that's 2 marks to you. And so on to Stig's question. Stig, what was the date of Captain Cook's discovery of Australia?
Pork.
Good, 2 marks. And the last question of this round to you, Lust. Can you quote the first 2 lines of Thomas Gray's elegy written in a country...
Pork.
Good, 2 to you. And the score at the end of round 2, please, Joan Shaw. Well, the score at the end of round 1, the boys of the King Arthur's Grammar School, Podbury, 3, the girls of the Milton Hall Grain Boiling Institute, Salmontooth, 4. Thank you, Joan, and so on to round 1. Tell the difference. David, what is the difference between a monsoon and a mongoose?
A monsoon is a long plastic pole you hang out of windows at an angle to keep the birds away. And a mongoose is a box you lock books up in for Easter.
No, I can only give you a half for that. But I can offer it to you, Marcia.
Pork?
No, you're guessing, aren't you? Well, a monsoon is a wind, and a mongoose isn't. Well, that's quite enough of that round, and the score, please, Joan Shock. Oh, well, at the end of round... the score is the boys of the Long John Silver Accountancy School, 7, and the girls of Dr. Barnforth's Frog Trampling Institution, 92. Thank you, Joan. And round 3, and butterflies. And the first question on butterflies to you, Malcolm. What is the capital of Iraq?
Red Admiral.
No.
Cabbage White.
No. No. The answer is Baghdad. I'm afraid you were on the wrong track there. Next question to you, Thanog. You have the next question, Thanog.
Could I have that question again, please?
Certainly. No, this is a trick question, Thanog, so think carefully. What is the capital of Australia?
Canberra.
No, the answer is, of course, Ottawa, the capital of Canada. That was the trick part of the question. I caught you napping there, Thanog, but I can offer it once again to you, Joan Shaw. Ottawa! Good, that's 2 points to you, Joan. Now, Stig, what is the capital of North Korea?
Pyongyang.
Yes, but I'm not giving you any marks for that because nobody likes a clever dick. And the last question to you, Lust. Who put marzipan in Joan Shark's knickers?
I did.
Oh, well done. Well, that's 2-0, 4 marks to you. And the final score, please, Joan Shark. Well, the final score, the boys of Eton College 1 and the girls of the Wilfrid Mouse-based School of Guerrilla Warfare 9. And I've got 22. So, schools, 3 cheers for me. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. And so Joan Shark is the winner. Well done, Joan. And next week she'll be meeting Franklin Engelman in the final.
Good evening. Here is the news. President Tito arrived at London Airport earlier this evening on the first stage of his 5-day visit to the... Somebody's stolen the news. May I have the news back, please? I'm so sorry about this. Will you please bring the news back immediately? Well, as I was saying, it appears that this president of Yugoslavia has arrived at London Airport to see somebody very important about something very important, I imagine. Apart from that, excuse me one moment.
You give me the news now! Give it now! Give it back now! President Tito and Madame Tito were met at London Airport by...
And now a quick look at the weather. What do you think of the battalion, sir?
Splendid. The one-man battalion, I see.
Yes, sir. We find it's more efficient.
Quite.
Right, Sergeant. Carry on.
Battalion! Shut! Battalion, dressing for the right. Dress.
Perfect formation.
Yes.
Battalion, slope up as I was. Horrible little man. Who do I think I am, bloody Lord Mike? Well, I'm not. I'm an horrible little man. What am I? An horrible... That's right. When I give me an order, I expect me to snap into it, not mince into it like a ruddy little fairy. Right. Battalion, slope. Hey! It's better. Battalion, by the right. Queen, wait for it. Queen, much. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's better. Lift about the feet then. Battalion, halt. And just what do I think I'm doing? I can't take any more of this, sir. Pick up my rifle. No. How many times do I have to tell me to say sir when I'm talking to me? Pick up my rifle. No. All right.
pull myself together, man. This is the last time I'm warning me. Pick up my rifle. Oh, now I've really done it. I'm throwing the book at me for this. I'm putting me on a charge, striking a superior officer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sir, putting me on a charge, striking a superior officer.
Quite right, Sergeant. To the guard room.
Prisoner at the double, by the right, Queen, wait for it, wait for it. Queen, 1, 2, 1, 2, left heel, 1, 2, 1, 2, right heel, 1, 2, 1, 2, right heel.
I'm sorry about that, sir.
Don't worry, Colonel. There's always one batter in every bunch.
Which is a funny way to treat a vicar.
Come in, Mr. Potter. Very nice to see you again, sir.
My name is Wilson, and I've never seen you before.
Splendid, splendid. I do hope you haven't been waiting long.
I've been waiting for just over 2 days. My appointment was for Wednesday at 12 o'clock. It's now Friday evening.
Yes, well, I'm afraid the last patient did take rather a long time. And yesterday was such a lovely day. Actually, I was hoping to get away early this afternoon. Are there many still in the waiting room?
There are over 150 people in the waiting room. It's a very small waiting room, and it's a very hot day.
Isn't it hot? Yes, isn't it hot?
There is also a dead dog in the waiting room.
Oh dear, is that still there? Yes, I must remember to get it moved. Now, what have you come to see me about? Don't be shy, you can tell me. Do you want to join the police, or is it singing lessons?
It's my legs.
Your legs? Trouble with your legs, eh? Well, you've come to the right man. I'm a doctor, you know. A fully qualified doctor. And I can speak French, and I can ski. Now, what sort of a hat were you thinking of? A nice tall one with a big brim?
My legs, I've come to see about my legs.
Your legs, are they ill? Are your legs ill?
They're getting thin.
An attack of thin legs. Well, it has been a good week. 2 trench mouths, a parrot fever, and now thin legs. Well. How thin?
Embarrassingly thin.
Embarrassingly thin legs, eh? Well, let's have a look at them. Take your bags down. Come on. They are thin, aren't they? They are thin. Aren't they thin? They're fantastically thin. Look at old Spindleshanks.
Doctor, I didn't mean to be insulting.
I'm sorry. That was unprofessional. I'm sorry. Do you think I could ask the people in the waiting room just to come in and have a quick look? All right, put your bags back on, then. Nurse, I may want you in a moment, darling, so get some clothes on. Now, Mr. Potter.
Wilson.
Mr. Wilson, can you touch your toes all right?
No.
Can you stand on one leg? Now, open your mouth. Does that hurt? No? All right, now blink your left eye and move your right arm up and down to the side of your body. That's it. Good. Now say louder. And pat yourself on the head with your other hand. Good. That's it. Now hop up and down. Good. Now keep the eye blinking and the mouth opening and shutting. Now louder. Faster. Great job. What you can get people to do. All right, you can stop now. Now, Mr. Potter. How much weight have you gained in the last 3 months? 2 pounds?
No.
4 pounds?
No.
8 pounds?
No.
12 pounds?
No.
13 pounds?
No.
13 pounds, 10 ounces?
No.
Very well, Mr. Potter. Open the box.
What box?
Mr. Potter, you have turned down 13 pounds and 10 ounces, and let's see what you've done. Mr. Potter, you have turned down... You did say you were married, Mr. Potter. You have won a month's free supply of Ellison's new improved Thyra. Well done, Mr. Potter. And don't forget to join us again next week when it may be your turn to take your pick. Goodbye, everyone.
I'm not coming here again.
Good evening. We have in the studio this evening the Minister of Fuel, Mr. James Pemberton. Good evening, Minister.
Good evening.
Now, Minister, I believe you've been in Germany this past week studying new coal-face methods. Do you think you've learned anything that could be of use to British coal production?
Well, it's very difficult to say at this stage, but it does begin to look... Good heavens, my foot's dropped off.
It's gone to sleep.
No, it's dropped off. It's fallen on the floor, look. Here it is, under the table. It fell off.
So it has. Will it screw back on again?
Of course it won't screw back on. Your foot doesn't screw on, does it?
Could we have the camera round on the minister's...
Get the bloody camera away from my foot! I don't want people staring at it.
Minister, how did it drop off?
I don't know, it's never happened before. It doesn't... Fell off! Ah! There goes the other one. My feet have dropped off, both of them.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh, why did this have to happen on television?
Could I have some sticky tape, please? Oh, and a box. Minister, why are you... going back to Germany...
Oh, my thigh! My thigh's fallen off!
Minister, is this your knee?
Of course it's my knee! Whose do you think it is? Put it in the box!
While you were in Germany, did you...
I'm falling to pieces! Help!
did you discover anything that could...
Put me in the box! For God's sake, don't lose any of the bits!
Minister,
Are you bright, hard-working, ambitious, intelligent and quick-witted, with a good personality and a smart appearance? Do you get on well with people and find that they look on you as a natural leader? Do you feel that you're being held back in your present position and that with a go-ahead firm you get right to the top? Cocky little devil, aren't you?
Engine driver Spriggs, sir.
Ah, Spriggs. You again.
Is that all, sir?
No, Spriggs. Sit down, please.
It wasn't me, sir.
Quiet, Spriggs. You know, I don't have an easy job, Spriggs.
No, sir, I know you don't, sir.
I suppose each week I have to investigate about 30 serious complaints against the railways.
Yes, sir.
In a bad week, perhaps 50.
Yes, sir.
And each complaint takes a great deal of time.
Yes, sir, I know it does, sir.
Last week, Spriggs, I had to investigate several serious complaints against you personally.
Oh, sir.
Actually, about 40,000.
I'm sorry, sir.
That's a lot of complaints, Spriggs.
It is a lot, sir.
I haven't been able to leave this office for days. Days. As a result, my wife has gone off with an Arab, my dogs are dead, and somebody's opened a Chinese restaurant in my bedroom.
I'm sorry, sir. Can I go now?
40,000 complaints, Spriggs.
Yes, sir.
About Monday's incident.
Oh, sir.
Last Monday, Spriggs, you were scheduled to drive the 10:15 to Bristol.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't take it, did you, Spriggs?
No, sir.
You took a cattle train.
Yes, sir.
Why, Spriggs?
I like animals, sir.
You like animals?
Yes, sir, especially cows.
So you took 700 of them?
Yes, sir.
The entire London to Brighton cattle train? To Manchester?
Yes, sir.
Why Manchester, Spriggs?
Well, I've been to Brighton, sir.
So you took 700 cows to Manchester?
Yes, sir. Travel broadens the mind, sir.
But even if you wanted to go north, Spriggs, why didn't you take the up line?
I got confused, sir.
But you ignored all the signals.
I was out of my cabin, sir.
Sitting on the engine, flying your kite. Yes, I've seen the photographs. Did in the papers. What are you laughing at, Spriggs?
I'm trying to break the ice, sir.
Don't push me, Spriggs. Now, about Manchester Cathedral.
I forgot to stop, sir.
Yes, I know, Spriggs. The traffic policemen have told me. So has the Archbishop. He has described the arrival of you in your locomotive in the nave during the 49th Psalm in no little detail. It seems to have been an unnerving experience for the entire congregation, Spriggs.
I said I was sorry, sir.
He goes on to say, Spriggs, that when he tried to restore calm by mounting what was left of the pulpit to begin his sermon, you started shunting operations in the east transept.
I was in his way, sir. I was trying to help him, sir.
Then why did you release the cows?
I panicked, sir. I couldn't see it, all the steam.
Neither could the congregation, Spriggs. That's why the cows came as rather a shock. The organ and the clanking and the hot steam would have impressed an atheist, let alone those who believe in the wrath of God. Even the Archbishop have said he thought it was the end of the world.
I could pay for the damage, sir. I took a collection.
Yes, the Archbishop's told me. No, Spriggs, I'm going to punish you, Spriggs.
Oh, sir.
Very severely, Spriggs.
Oh, sir.
You are to write out 50 times, Spriggs. I must not drive my trains into Manchester Cathedral.
Yes,
now, get out.
Yes, sir.
So, Spriggs?
Yes, sir.
Where are last week's lines?
Here, sir.
Buckingham's got a capital B, Spriggs, and there's only one L in Paris.
But last night you promised.
Just do what we rehearsed.
And now, we shall be wafting you around the world on the magic carpet of song.
And as we wing our way from foggy London town, where better for our first port of call than foggy Spain?
Sunny Spain.
Yes.
Excuse me, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Goodness me, weren't you on the plane on the way over? Thought I recognised you.
I never forget a face.
Nor do I.
May I...
Oh, enchanté.
Here on holiday, are you?
Yes, yes. And you?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Well, there's a turn-up.
I was wondering, do you have the right time?
I'm afraid I don't. I was about to ask you the same thing.
Oh.
Por favor, senor.
Senor?
Senor, por favor, gracias.
Beg pardon, were you gentlemen addressing me? Oh, goodness me, weren't you two on the plane on the way over? That's right, fancy you remembering that. Never forget a face, well, there's a turn-up. Well. Oh, do you mind if I join you?
No. Take a few, always room for a little one.
Oh, weren't you gentlemen on the plane on the way over?
That's right, thought I recognised you.
Here on holiday, are you?
Oh, yes, and you?
Oh, yes. Well, where's a coincidence? Pardon me, no. Gracias. Would you gentlemen care to join me?
Won't say no. Sometime. And which part of the world do you hail from, then?
Oh, I'm from Bristol.
Yes, I thought you were. I can always place a man by his accent. I'm from Wimbledon. Yes, what about you? Where are you from, then?
I'm from Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, yes. Funny, you don't sound like a Scottie.
No, well, I spent most of my life in Cardiff.
That explains it. Yes, that would explain it. Say aye.
Aye.
Yes, whereas we Londoners would pronounce it quite differently. We'd say aye.
Aye.
How would you say it in...
Manchester.
Manchester.
We'd say aye.
Well, there you are, then.
Well, that's very interesting.
Who said that? It wasn't me.
No? It must have been me, then. Thought I recognised the voice.
Well, we haven't introduced each other formally. My name's Sydney Lotterby.
Oh, there's a turn-up. My name's Sydney Lotterby. So's mine.
And mine? Well, isn't that a coincidence, all being called Sydney Lotterby?
Who said that? It must have been me again.
No, it was me. No, it was me. I felt my lips move. Well, what's your line of business, Mr. Lotterby?
Wholesale greengrocery.
Really? All three of you? Well, isn't that a coincidence? I'm a barrister.
I mean, you don't sound like a barrister.
Well, I used to be a wholesale greengrocer.
You don't sound like a wholesale greengrocer. I'd have put you down as a barrister. Oh, fancy that. 3 wholesale greengrocers and a barrister, all called Sydney Lotterby. Well, it takes all sorts to make a world. That's what I always say.
I always say that.
So do I. Me too, yes. It takes all sorts to make a world. Well, Mr. Lotterby,
call me Sydney.
Well, Sydney, I must be toddling.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Just waiting for the little lady to come down.
Yes, so am I.
Come, Sydney, we'll be late.
Come in, dear.
Well,
there's a coincidence.
And as our magic carpet whisks us away from the sun-baked Sierras, we say adios to sunny Spain.
And now...
Good evening. Tonight, we take a look at beekeeping. And with me in the studio is a man who's been keeping bees for over 40 years, Mr. Dermot Stayvaker. Good evening, Mr. Stayvaker.
Good evening.
What was it first interested you in the bee world, Mr. Stayvaker?
Well, even as a child, I used to wander around the field. I'm sorry, shouldn't I have said that?
Oh, no, of course you should. Please pay no attention when I say shh. It's just a nervous habit I picked up. If I want you to be quiet, I shall say shush.
I see. Well, even as a small child, I used to wander around the I used to wander around the fields watching the bees and flying from flower to flower and taking notes of the flowers that they visited.
Shush!
Was that wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say shush? I meant shh. Do carry on. It was very interesting.
And I have grown to love the little creatures. nature really has produced a little masterpiece in the life...
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm afraid that's another of my nervous habits. I squawk every time someone mentions the word life. Even when I do it myself. I'm sorry, I should have told you. Do carry on.
Yes, well, as we all know, bees are divided into different categories. There is the queen bee and the worker bee, whose life's living expectancy is only 1 year. The queen bee, on the other hand, has a much longer...
Shush!
You want me to stop?
Yes, you were about to say life.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do carry on.
And the queen bee has a much longer life. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. You're getting me rattled. Queen bee stays at home in the hives, and the worker bee flies around from flower to flower, collecting the pollen. What's happened?
Don't worry. I'm the producer. I'm awfully sorry. I'm afraid the interview has exploded. He explained to us that it would explode if anyone mentioned the word pollen.
Oh, I see.
I suppose it was rather a risk letting him interview a beekeeper.
Inside there too, I really won't know what to do. I'll be the proud possessor of a kind of nasal zoom. A nasal zoom. I've got a ferret sticking up my nose. And what is worse, it constantly explodes. Ferrets don't explode, you say, but it happened 9 times yesterday, and I should know, 'cause each time I was standing in the way.
Can you tell me what you think of, at last, the 1948 show?
Well, it's rather difficult to say what's good about it.
Do you like it?
Well, I don't know whether I like it or not.
Yes or no?
Yes, I do like it.
Thank you.
slice of a rhubarb tart. I want another lovely slice. I'm not disparaging the blueberry pie, but rhubarb tart is oh so very nice. A rhubarb what, a rhubarb tart, what, a rhubarb tart. I want another slice of rhubarb tart. The principles of modern philosophy were postulated by Descartes. Discarding everything he wasn't certain of, he said, I think, therefore I am a rhubarb tart. A rhubarb what? A rhubarb tart. René Descartes. For much he thought he was a rhubarb tart. A rhubarb tart has fascinated all the poets, especially the immortal bard. He made Richard III call out at Bosworth Field, my kingdom for a slice of rhubarb tart. Immortal what? Immortal tart. Rhubarb what? A rhubarb tart. A rhymes go that is really pretty hard. Since Wassily, Kandinsky and Paul Klee laid down the axioms of abstract art, even Jackson Pollock and Piet Mondrian prefer to paint a slice of rhubarb tart. Wassily who, a Wassily, a Candid who, a Kandinsky, and how can he get in there for a start? Read all the existentialist philosophers like Schopenhauer and Jean-Paul Sartre. Even Martin Heidegger agrees on one thing: eternal happiness is rhubarb tart. A rhubarb what? A rhubarb tart. Jean-Paul who? A Jean-Paul Sartre. That sounds just like a rhyme from Ronald March. And so country surgeon or diplomat, our advice to you is